with all this, the most challenging one, which is really very good, is the refinery. It has opened our eyes to see the lack of infrastructure in, Africa.
Now, let us dissect. We're going to do a forensic audit of what you are doing now.
Okay.
So let's take it one by one.
One by one, all right.
Okay. This big refinery and associated installations you are making, can you describe it to us? What is exactly, is it just some pipes bringing crude and you are refining this and then pumping it back, or what do you have to do?
We have, the refinery is actually on a, first of all, let me tell you the challenges and what we are facing. It's just outside Lagos. We took up a land which is about 2.7 million square meters.
2.7 million
square meters. It's huge. It's massive. Internal roads alone, we have 136 drainage, some of them as wide as 40 meters. We have 200 kilometers. And it's all fenced.
240 kilometers of roads you have to create?
No, 136 kilometers of roads. But drainage, we have about 213 or so of drainage. But the most challenging is that, the land, it was just a jungle, it was a mangrove. Marshland. We have to remove this thing, all the trees.
You have to clear
it, and then we pump 65 million, cubic meters of sand, which is quite a lot. We have to bring the two world's biggest dredgers to work there continuously for almost about 10, 11 months.
So you get this sand from the seabed?
From the sea, yes, from the sea into the land.
Okay.
And, so when we finish that, we are now faced with the quality of the soil that we have. Our refinery, not the fertilizer, the refinery section alone has the highest number of piles you can find anywhere in the world, which is 136,000 piles. It's huge. It's 100, so everything about this refinery is very, very huge. You can see the regenerator, which they are showing here. Which
can we have some? What's that?
Yes, this one is weighing 3,000 metric tons.
You have to generate your own power?
No. This regenerator, it regenerates the crude.
You generate
the crude.
Okay.
Yes. So. So we have this, but the real challenge of the project is that we have to build our own port, because none of the ports in Nigeria can actually take the weight.
Where do you get this from?
This from Hyundai, Korea.
From Korea?
Yeah.
And you managed to ship it all the way from Korea
yes,
to...
we have actually 7 of these.
Okay.
This is the biggest, then we have another smaller ones. And this thing has to be rolled out. And so the ports in Nigeria, the heaviest equipment they can take might be maybe 150 tons or so. And then we are faced with the roads. If you look at what this one is going to go on now, they put on this thing.
And what
we have to build a special road for all our equipment to be able to pass.
What is this creature?
Which is that?
Well,
the other one. Okay, the other one is the heaters.
Filters.
Filters and heaters. They are the same.
To ensure the flow.
The flow of the oil, to heat it up, and so we have a lot of various. We have an equipment, single one, which is 42-story building.
You showed me some pictures of massive cranes. You said you have to get some of the world's biggest.
There are only 3 of them available in the world. There are 5,000 tons crane.
5,000 tons.
Yes, so that one you have to book maybe a year and a half, 2 years in advance, because there are only 3 in the world.
The whole world?
Yeah, in the whole world. Yeah, there are only.
You have photographs of this stuff?
Yeah, this is it. This is the crane. This one crane is huge.
That's the crane.
Yes, it has not been fully assembled. This crane has equipment over 205 containers. which they have to couple, together. So these are some of the, these.
Is this accommodation or what you are
No,
building?
no. These are the heaters.
I thought you're doing real estate as well, no?
It's not real. No, it's not real estate. But the site. We have over 30 kilometers of fencing.
30 kilometers of fence.
Concrete fencing at the site. So we have quite a lot of challenge. But what this will give us at the end of the day is to give us, 650,000 barrels of, crude processing, and total number of products that will produce will be about 32 million tons. So 32 million tons, it means that Nigeria will actually be one of the largest exporters in Africa of petroleum products. So what we are trying to do is to do exactly like what we did in cement. Nigeria used to be number 2 in the world after US in cement importation. And now Nigeria, was self-sufficient. And by this year, Nigeria will be the largest exporter of cement in Africa.
Okay.
With 8 million tons of expansion.
Right, but I think this wonderful, this is a courageous man to put all, he bid the bank and everything on such a massive technological projects, which in Africa we're not famous for. We always go for the soft stuff. And I'm not aware of any major private investment in Africa at that scale.
No, never.
Which is funded by local people.
Yes.
And that is, can you give him a hand really for what he's doing?
Thank you.